package name. Now click on save button. Then as usual, the system will ask you for the transport request number. Provide the existing transport request number that you have already created. And just continue. Click on continue. Now you see the function group is created. You can see the function group is created. The moment the function group is created, you will see two includes. One is the top include, the other one is with the name UXX. Okay, you can see your function group name ZABAP batch 1 mat. You can see ZABAP batch 1 underscore mat concatenated with top and again UXX. Two separate includes. So what you need to do, right click on your function group and click on activate. Okay, so your as you have selected package in the transport request number, your objects will be in the transportable objects. By default, this will be checked. Say continue. Now your function group is active. Now your function group is active. Next, take the function group. Now go to the transaction code called SC37. Go to transaction code SC37. See, I am using here /O. O means open other session. It means open a new session. This session remains as it is, and you will open a new session. Okay, so I say here /SC37. Right. So I say here ZABAP. I say ZABAP underscore FM means function module underscore get underscore materials. So this is the function module I will be using. ZABAP underscore FM underscore get materials is the function modules I will be using. This is the new function module. Okay, so this is the new function module. I am going to create it now. So once you provide the function module name, try to click on create. Now you see it asks you for the function group. You have already created the function group. Give your function group name. Don't try to give other people function group. That will create a mess in your development. Whichever the function group is already you have created, use it. Or there will be some standard function groups available for each and every module in SAP. Like for SD module, they might have already created. If it is a new project for you, if it is a new project for you, the system is already existing, the implementation is already done, and you are in the support project, for example. In such case, the developments are already available. The function groups are already available. You can choose the required function group from the available list, or else you can create your own. Okay, so don't try to create in others until unless required. Now provide function group and provide the short text. So this say here function module to get material details. Right. So provide the description and click on save button. There will be a warning coming up. Function module name is reserved for SAP. But anyways, say continue. Okay, so the moment you create your function module, you see your structure of the function module looks like this. This is the structure of the function module. Okay, you can see, go to the attribute section. In the attribute section, you can see the function group name, the short text that you have provided now, and who is the person responsible for, who is the person changed it, when it is created, what is the package name. And for this function module, there is a standard SAP program that is created. Okay, so it will be available in this program, and this is the include name. Include name is, this is the include name which is associated with your function module. Okay, so just try to activate this. And also you see in the processing type, this is a normal function module. Okay, so I selected it. I mean, by default, it will take it as a normal function model. If you want to make it as a remote enable function model, you need to choose, you have to choose this option. We'll come about the remote function model later. Let's try to understand the normal function model concept, the usage. Then we will advance more in this example of the function models. Okay, so in this, you can, if you can go to this option, go to the menu, click on global data, click on global data. You see here, there is a, if you go to this global data, you can see there is a function pool available. There is a function pool. The function pool, if you see here, which is Z ABAP underscore batch one underscore mat. Okay, which is nothing but your function group which you have created. So you can see these details in the global data section. Okay, so we will see further how it can be helpful to us. Now, coming to the importing parameters, this is importing parameter, this is exporting parameter, this is changing parameter, these are tables parameters, this is exceptions, and here we write our source code. This is a section where we will actually write our code. So now I go to the import parameters. What I will try to do, let us suppose I will try to create a importing parameter. Okay, so importing parameter, I say E underscore Matner. I stands for importing. Okay, you can give any name over here, that doesn't matter, but for our convenience I'm using I stands for importing underscore MATIN, Matner. Okay, so type, you know already, if you go to S11 transaction, right, I am looking for the table called Mara. Okay, in the Mara, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to take this material number. Okay, this I'm trying to take. So this is the one which we require here. So here associated, I say type, I say like MATNR Matner. Okay, you say here like Matner. Matner is the data element from your table Mara. You can see here for the material number field, Matner is a data element. The same thing I have taken here. Right. So here the very first parameter I gave is material number. There is no default value. Look here, the optional and pass value. Now I go to the source code. Yes, I go to the source code. If you go to the source code, look here, you can see an addition here reference. You can see here addition here what? A reference. Similarly, if I go to import, now if I check this pass value and click on source code now, you see that reference is no more visible over here. The reference is no more visible over here. It means you are taking a copy of the values from your program. I will explain you in clear, okay, when we develop the program. So most of the times we see that we check this pass value. Okay, it means when it is a reference, it means when you change some value here, the same value will get changed over in the other side. If you know the concept of pointers in C language, okay, in C language, if there is a concept of pointers. The pointer will concept to the memory location. Anything changed in the memory get reflected in that respective pointer. So that pointer will act as a reference to that memory location which is going to point. Okay, so the same concept will be applied here. Okay, so most of the times we try to take pass value. Okay, and next, when we say optional, it means whether you send this data from your program or not. It depends. If it is optional, you can send or you cannot send. If you make it as unchecked, this means this is mandatory. If option is checked, it means it is not option is checked, it is optional. If optional is not checked, it means it is mandatory. Right? So let's make it as mandatory for now. Then we will see what further happens in this case. Okay, so this one is the material number. Now coming to the export parameter. Coming to the export parameter, what are we trying to do? Now I will pass one material number. Let us suppose this is a table. in this table, I will try to take one record. Okay, so let me take one record. Right, let me try to search for one material. I'll take this material and click on the execute button. You see, you will find these details. These are the for the material number R669. So this is the data. Okay, so like you can see columns or the fields on the left side, and you can see the relevant data on the right side. Of course, this idea system, you don't find data on all the columns, but whichever the columns is there, you can try to get the data. Our objective is we pass the material number and we'll try to pull all this data. Okay, so we in the export parameter we'll try to refer to the complete table structure. It means we'll try to refer to this. I'll say e underscore mara. It means export. This is what export. E underscore mara or e underscore, I say it as material, not a problem. I'll say like. Okay, I'll say like. I will try to take the complete structure of this mara. Okay, try to take complete structure of mara. Now you click on this source code and you see importing parameter is value and exporting parameter as a reference. So now in the exporting parameter, I try to this pass value, and now you go to source code and see. Okay, you see importing parameter is like a value, exporting parameter is also like a value. Okay, so now we have designed our function module with respect to import and export structure. Okay, so what next we need to do? We need to write the respective select query for that. So what I'm trying to do, I'm getting only one single material, right? So what I'll do, I say select single. Okay, I want only one record, correct? So select single. How many fields you want? I want only one field. So select single star from Mara into E underscore material, where Matner equal to I underscore Matner. Just try to understand this self query. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to fetch data from Mara table. Which data I want to fetch? I want to fetch the material details of a material from Mara table. That the material number is sitting in I underscore Matner. Okay, material number is in I underscore Matner. And whatever we are fetching, we are putting that into E underscore material. We are putting that into E underscore material. Okay, so it's very simple query. Select single. Why I'm saying select single? Because I am passing only one material number. I want only one record. For one record, I am saying it as select single. Select single star. Why star? I want everything from the Mara table. Okay, from Mara table. From Mara table, I want everything. I want everything. Okay, from Mara table, I want everything corresponding to this material. So that is the reason why I am saying here E underscore material. So what is the condition? The condition is from the Mara table to material number, I need to pass the importing parameter value, which is I underscore Matner. Very simple. So we'll get all the details over here. Now what I will do, check the condition. If psi hyphen sub rc not equal to 0, let us suppose, in case if this is not equal to 0, then I will say message no data found for material. Okay, I'll say no data found for material. Type, so I say put it as information. Okay, I'll put some message here that no data found for material, type I. So this is the code that we are going to write. So this is sample code. So I say select data for the incoming material and export the complete material details back. Okay, so I am writing the comments like this. So try to practice while you work on the code. try to put the comments. Documentation is very important. We call it as a documentation. It's very important. Let's see what is the error here. Maintainer must be a flat. You cannot use internal table strings. Maintainer must be a flat structure. Okay, so here in the importing parameter, I just in place of like I used type. Okay, type is used for a single data elements. But if you see in the exporting parameter, if it is a structure, see Mara is a structure, so then I am using like. So that is what the error the system is, encountering. So I corrected it. Remember, if it is a structure, you mention it as like. If it is a normal field, like a single fields, you make it as a type. Okay, so this is how we have designed our code. Now let us try. We can test it. We can test this independently. So how do you test? Before testing, what I will do, I'll try to take a valid material for our testing purpose. I'll try to take a valid material. Let me take some. Okay, so let me execute this. Let me execute this. I will try to take. Okay, so I will take this material 0012. What we need to do, we are done with the development of the function module. You need to activate this. Okay, just go to global data and C1, right? So this is your function pool. That's fine. So look here, you have an execute button over here. Click on execute button. Now this is your executing your function module screen. In the material number, try to provide the material number. Try to provide the material number. Try to provide the material number and click on execute button. When you click on the execute button, you see this material number is acting as an import parameter. It is a import parameter. And you see what is the export parameter? E underscore material is the export parameter. So when you open this, so you have a single entry icon over here. Click on it. When you click on it, you can see the column names on the left side and the data corresponding to that on the right side. You can see column names on the left side, data corresponding to it on the right side. You can just scroll down and see the data. Of course, in our case, we are not validating any data. Just our requirement is only to fetch the data corresponding to that material number. I gave here 012, correct? Suppose I want to give here 013. I want to give here. Let's go back and try to give here 013 and click on execute button. You get the data corresponding to that 013 as well. You see, you get the data corresponding to 013 as well. So likewise, for any material, let us suppose, okay, so you provide the data and you click on execute and you will be able to get the output. You can save it as a variant. Click on the save button. So I say this as a test1. This is for my reference. What I can do, if I want to test this in future, I can come here, execute it. Click on the test data directory. Click on test data directory. You will have your variant saved over here. If you click on this, you will have that material number over here. No need for you to every time fill this material number field. I mean, no need to fill this material number field. Okay, just keep that in mind, right? So you can also debug this. You can also debug. So for that, what you need to do, you provide the data. You click on debugging. If you click on debugging, it takes you to your function module. You can see here in the importing parameter I underscore maintainer. Click on this. You see this is your material number 010013. This is your material number. Now press F5. You see whether this thread query has executed or not. It has executed successfully. It means you got the size of bar equal to 0. Right? If it is size of bar equal to 0, what happens? there is no message displayed. And look into this E underscore material, double click on this, you will find the relevant data fetched for that 013 material. You'll get the relevant data fetched for that 013 material. You see this? Now click on execute button. You'll be able to get the data. Suppose if there is no material given, let us suppose I say some ABC. Let us suppose I give some ABC over here. Now click on execute button. Look here, as the material is not found in the database table, you will get the pop-up saying no data found for material. So the same thing we have given in our code. You can see that here. You can see here no data found for material. No data found for material. If the material number which you are providing is not in the Mara table, you are handling it with a message saying that this data is not found for the material. Okay, so this is the way how you develop your function module. Now what next? Now we developed this function module. We will try to use it in our program. We will try to use it in our ABAP program. How do we use that in ABAP program? I will explain you now. I go to SC38. I will try to create an ABAP program now. The ABAP. I will try to create ABAP program. Call underscore FM. Okay, I am saying call FM. I am creating a program. Click on create. Say here program to call custom function module. I say custom function module. Type executable. Click on save button. You provide your package name. Click on save and provide the transport request number. Okay, so this is your program. So what I will do here, I will try to create an include here. Say include top, right? Here I will try to provide my global variables declaration. I will try to provide my global declarations. So this area is for providing the global declarations for the variable. What I will do here, I say global declarations. I say data work area underscore Mara type Mara. Okay, I say work area underscore Mara type Mara. So that's it. I need only one parameter in my case. Now go back. Now what I will do? I'll say here include for global declarations. Next, I go for designing the selection screen. I say here include for selection screen. I say this as SCL means selection screen. Double click on this. Say yes. Say yes. If you want to change the description, you can change, or else you can leave it as it is. That is not a problem. Provide your package and provide your transport request number. Here I will say selection screen begin of block B1 with frame title text -001. The same thing I will say selection screen end of block selection screen end of block B1. Okay, so here what I'll say parameters p underscore matner type matner. So let me provide the text details for a selection screen block. So I say here call FM for material. Okay, I'll say provide material details. Okay, try to activate this. Now I go to selection text. Sorry, in a text symbol, provide material details. Okay, go to selection text, go back, try to first activate this. Once you activate it, you can see your selection text. If you don't activate, you cannot see. What happened? Why it is not showing? Okay, that's fine. Got it. Activate the main program. You'll be able to see it. Activate the main program, and you need to come in the main program. Include you need to come in the main program. Go to. I was inside the include. I am here in this include of the selection, and I am going to text element and selection text. Okay, so now I activated the main program. So main program, if I activated, you will be able to see these details, right? So I say here material number, go back. Okay, so now you are done. So just try to execute your program. Just see how it looks like. So provide material details, provide material, the material number you have here. Okay, so this is what we have designed for our selection screen purpose. So next, what next we have? This is start of selection. Here I'll say include data processing. I'll say include. Let me copy this. I'll say data. Now click on this. As usual, provide your package name and transport request details. Activate it. Just activate it. Okay, so what you do here, this include, put it here in the top, and after selection screen, what you do, say perform get underscore data. Okay, I'm writing a subroutine get underscore data. So double click on this, try to double click on that, and you have your include SAP ABAP batch 1 underscore data. So you try to activate it first. Try to activate your main program and open this. Go for subroutine. Okay, now you can see your give me a moment. Go to this include. Now try to create your perform. Okay, I'm trying to take this get include DAF01. So your perform get underscore data will be available in the get DA01 include, DAF01 include. So here what I will do, I'll say in the get data, here we try to call our function module. Remember, we'll try to call our function module. So what you do, go to more pattern, you have option called call function. Provide your function module name, that which we have created and tested successfully, and say OK. Okay, so you will find your function module signature this way. Call function. Whenever you use your function module name, you will get the addition call function function module name. And exporting, what are you exporting? From our program, what are you trying to export? So it means when from our program, we have the selection screen variable, which is p underscore maintainer. This p underscore maintainer, we are passing to the this function module. We will say p underscore maintainer. Okay, we are passing this from our program. So pass from the program. Okay, just save it. And you see this importing and exporting is very important to us now. Most of the people will get confused over here only. You see now in our you see SAP ABAP FM get materials. In the function module, importing is I underscore maintainer. Okay, importing is I underscore maintainer. Now the function module importing parameter, will become an exporting parameter in the program. You see this? So from our program, we will try to export the value. We'll try to export the value to the function module. We'll try to export the value to the function module. So our program is exporting. What should happen in case of function module? It has to import. So any export from program will become an import in function module. Okay, any export in the program will become import in function module. Okay, now next observe this importing. Importing is what? Importing is in our program. It means any importing in program level is an exporting in function module level. So that is the reason why you see in the exporting parameter, you see this in the exporting we have e underscore material. Okay, you can see here importing and this will become exporting. So no confusion. If see, there is no kind of confusion over here. The basic fundamental thing that you need to understand here is anything exporting, on the other side it is importing. On the other side, if it is exporting, our side it is like importing. So it's like a vice versa. It's like quite opposite. I export, you import. Okay, or you export, I import. Very simple. So now you can see in this function module, these two lines are commented. The reason why they are commented is because in the exporting parameter we made it as what? Pass value. We made it as a pass value, and these are not mandatory. Okay, we made it as pass value, and it means that which is not mandatory things or items will come as a comment. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try to open this. Now what I can provide, okay, just save this. If you look back into the global, the top include, in the top include, I already declared a variable. The top include, I already declared a variable called WAMRA. I'm trying to take the WAMRA. Okay, I'm trying to take the WAMRA and put it over here, WA underscore MARA. It means the value is going from the P underscore maintainer, it is going to the function module. After it goes there, it executes the select query and it comes back with the data. So this is pass from the program, result from the function module. Okay, right here, result from the function module. Okay, and remember, as you know, the ABAP standard, every line ends with a period symbol or full stop. You see this call function is a complete call, and you see there is a dot here. Okay, this dot is associated with this line, like for example form get data dot. Similarly, this complete line ending with the dot. So the dot you can put it over here also, not a problem. Okay, it should end with the dot. So this is the call function. So what are you going to do here? After this, what you will do, you will say if psi hyphen, okay, you will put a condition, if psi hyphen sub rc, okay, psi hyphen sub rc equal to 0, I'll say write w underscore mara hyphen matner w underscore mara hyphen ersda. Okay, and just write, I'm trying to write this the result. I'm trying to write only the two field values in the output. Okay, now I'm trying to activate your program. Trying to activate the program. See if there are any errors. Let us see. Let us try to identify what are the errors. Okay, provide gap over here. And see, every include is activated, guys. It's very important. Okay, this is now this include is active. And see your program is inactive. Try to activate this. Okay, so everything is done from your side. So what you can do, you can put a breakpoint over here. You can put a breakpoint over here and click on execute button. Now try to provide one material number. Try to provide a material number. Okay, I'm taking this material number. I click on save button. This is for my testing purpose. I say test data 1, save it. Now I try to click on execute button and then let us see. Let's debug the program and let's try to understand. Okay, now I place a breakpoint at perform get data, press F5. You see, now control enters into this get data where I am calling the function module. You see p underscore matner, the is the one which we are providing from our selection screen. It means the value is provided by us. It means we are exporting this value to the function module. That is what exporting is. And you see in this WA Mara, open this and see you have any data over here. You don't have any data. It's now the fields are completely empty. There is no data found. So what happens next case? In the next case, the control enters into the function module. I press F5. Listen carefully. I press F5. You see, where are we now? We are in the function SAP ABAP FM get materials. Your control shifted to your function module SAP ABAP FM get details. And see what happened here. Now your C I underscore matner, your I underscore matner will have the value. Look here. This P underscore matner, W underscore matner are part of our ABAP program. We are not in the program now. We are in the function module now. We are in the function module. That is the reason why you don't see the value of P underscore matner. Okay. Now the focus is in the what? In the function module. The control is in the function module. So you will find the fields associated with the function module will have the data displayed. It means in this case, we passed the value of material from P underscore matner to I underscore matner. So the control is no more in the program. That is the reason why it is displaying the variable in this way. But if you see in the function module, the field I underscore matner, you see the data which is imported from the program's variable, which is P underscore matner. It's very simple. Okay, now let us see E underscore material here. Now double click on this. You see this? What happened here? You don't have any data over here. You don't have any data, right? You don't have any data. That's fine. So I am directly pressing F5 over here. Now you see your psi sub r is equal to 0. You can see here psi sub r value. By default, you can see in the debugging screen psi sub r and psi tab by x. Two system fields over here. For verification of psi sub r, you can check it here directly. Okay. No need for you to double click on this. It displays here. No need for you to check here. Directly you can check it here. Okay. Now this is equal to 0. Now press F5. Okay. Now go and look into this E underscore material. You see the data. Material number is there. ERSD is there. ERN name is there. Some data you will be able to see it. Okay. Some data is fetched for that material number which is 0024. Right. So server is not equal to 0. Right. So now press F5. Again, now press F5. Look, you're back to your program. You're back to your program, which is get data. Now you see, I underscore matner is wiped off, E underscore material is wiped off because you are not in the function module, but you are in the program. Now you see, P underscore matner is filled with the data because you are in the program, and P underscore matner belongs to your program, and this parameter is your program variable. Very simple. Okay. Now look here. Where we imported? We imported to WMR. Now double click on this. Double click on this. And you see, whatever the data associated or that you have seen in the function module is now available over here. It means the output of that function module, we are saving it in our program variable, which is W underscore Mara. So this part is very important, guys. This part is very important to us. Okay. Anything you want to pass, you have to pass it from exporting. Anything from our program should go in the exporting. From program, it should go in the exporting. Anything that should come from this function module should come as importing. When it is coming as an importing, you have to explicitly declare your variables in your program. This we declared, right? You have declared this variable. Okay, not only this, you also declared this p underscore matner part of your selection screen, and whichever the data comes from the function module to your program, you need to have a container to store it. So the container is here w underscore mara, and you have to declare this explicitly in your program. Okay, so this is very important thing that you need to make a note of. So if you see in WAMARA, I have the data. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to print this material number and ERSDA. Okay, I'm just trying to print only this two fields data. I click on execute. You see your material number and ERSDA fields data is printed in the output. Okay, so if you want for a different material, you can also try for that. You can go for a different, you want to try for a different material? Yes, you can try it. I go for a different material. I say this one. Okay, now I save it as test2. I'll save it as test2. Now press save button. Now click on execute button. Right, now press F5 and see your P underscore matner is 0091. Now press F5 here. Okay, now I underscore matner will have the data. I underscore matner will have the data. E underscore material will not have the data. E underscore material will not have the data. Okay, so press F5. Size bar is equal to 0. Press F5. Now the control comes back to your program. Now look into WMARA. Double click on this, and you see the data is returned from the function module, and you're trying to fill the data. I'm trying to fill the data in the output. Okay. For example, I don't have anything over here, like as I told you that the data which is not available. I try to execute it. The control goes to your function module. Okay, now press F5. You see what is the material number here? AB. Now press F5. Your I underscore matner will have the material number, which is AB. You're trying to fetch this material from the Mara table. You can see size bars is equal to 0 now. Now when you press F5, it will become 4. You see this? It failed. Okay, this is a real example for the condition. For this, some real example of a statement that is failed. It means size bar is equal to 4, and it is a failed. Okay, it means there is no material with AB. So what should happen in this case? Size bar is not equal to 0. What should happen? No data found for material. Now just try to execute. Okay. Now just press. You see, no data found for material will be displayed over here. That's it. Continue. and you are back to your program. You're back to your program, and it is printing empty data. It is printing empty data. Size bar is equal to 0 means the call is, in this case, size bar is equal to 0 means this call is successful. Okay, but you can handle this situation. You can handle this situation, not a problem. But this is the overall concept, guys. This is very important for us. Okay, because this is the concept of the reusability. We have many places these function modules available in SAP. Those are being used by those are being used at many places. So just for an example, if I had to tell you, okay, so look, this is our function module, right? We can know where this function module is used. Now come to SE37, provide your function module name. Just click on this where user list. This is a new concept to you. Click on where user list, click on where used. In the click on where used, select everything over here. Just select everything. Select all the options and click on mark. Continue. You can see your function module is used in this program. SAP ABAP batch 1 call FM get data get df01. Okay, double click on this. When you double click on this, it will take you to the include where your function module is used. You can identify in the where user list about the usage of your function module. Similarly, okay, I'll try to repeat it again. If you want to know where is your function module used, go to AC37, put the function module name, click on where used, and everything over here, and see, you will find the list. Similarly, I'll try to use the standard function model. For example, GUI underscore download is the standard function model. Let us suppose. Okay, I say where user list. I selected all the options and say OK. GUI download is with respect to SAP. SAP has created it, and look here. You can see in the classes or interfaces. Okay, let me go to this. Just double click here. You can see here call function GUI download. Okay, right header. It is used in the right header method. Right? So if you scroll down, you will find many places. These are all many programs. Double click on this. You can see GUI download here also. This is the include, one of the include created by SAP. Okay, so likewise, let us see where it is used in our program. You can see somebody used in Z file write demo on file operation write. Double click on this. This is a custom program, guys. This is a custom program. Somebody used it. Okay, GUI download. GUI download. They used it in the file write concept program. Okay, so if you see this, there are even other custom programs where it is used. You can see here HTML merger, they used it here. Okay, so in this way you will be able to identify where are the function modules used, and moreover you will have documentation for the function modules. If you click on display, okay, you will find a documentation. You can see function module documentation. For the function module, go into a function module. In the more, you will find a function module documentation. It means you can read some notes related to the function module. For some function modules, it is available. For some, it is not available. But if you want to really go into that, click on this. It will take you to the documentation of the function module. You can try to read this. Okay, just try to habituate to use this short text functionality, further information. You can see there is a program already given here also. You can copy and paste and you can try using it. Okay, there is a program also given to it. You can see what are the parameters, what is the bin file size, file name, file. For everything there is some input given to you. Everything there will be some input. Okay, so likewise you can read the notes corresponding to this function module. Clear? You can try to see in the import parameters what are there, which is mandatory, which is pass by value, etc. Things you can have a just look at it. You can have just a look at it. Okay. So in the next session, we'll try to learn more concepts on this function module. We'll try to see now in our example, we are passing only in our call function module program. We are passing only one material number. Let us suppose we are passing only one material number, and we are getting only one material. Okay, we are using this as a parameters, right? We are using only the parameters. What if I use select options? I have a range of materials. I'll give some range here, some 1001 to some 10,001. I'll try to give the range of materials over here. Let us suppose I'm giving a range here. So if it is a range of materials, in our case, if it is a range of materials, how we are going to achieve the same kind of functionality using the concept of function modules. We'll try to see these examples in tomorrow's class. We'll try to see that in tomorrow's class. Yeah, that's all for today.